What's going on, guys? Welcome to the best misguide you'll ever see. I have literally tested everything possible on this champion, and here is the best setup you can have, and I'll walk you through absolutely everything as we actually play the game. You're going to take your second W, or your second first ability, so Fleche, you're going to run Parry, you're going to run Astrid's Masterpiece, On Guard, whatever, and then you're going to run all of this. So here's everything that's ran in red, this equipped, and this equipped. Then you're going to run this in green, boom, 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 and that's going to fit right there. Then in the blue tree, that's where, that's where all the magic happens, and I'll break this down in a second as well, but you're going to run Camilla's Gift, and don't worry, you'll see why and everything in a second, but you're going to run this with the eye, with this thing, this thing, this thing, this thing, and this thing, and under this tree, you're going to run all of these, so you're going to go run boom, 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 and boom. You'll stick that all in the red tree, and then, for your last two reds, you got those two that we just discussed. Okay, beautiful. Now for your Deja Vu, you're always going to bring Essence of Obsidian. This is going to help you with the early game, and you're going to see what else it's going to do for you, but mainly, you're just going to go with this Essence, so it's very easy to clear everything, and, yeah, we have the highest difficulty, and I just have, a bunch of these set up, so healing and barriers are reduced, monsters are more strong, there's more monsters, and we'll get rid of this. So we're not going to use anything else, and basically the game's going to be harder than it's going to be if you play without these. Okay, so you'll know that this build is absolutely, this build's just really good. So here's how it's going to work. When you start this Camilla's Gift, you're not actually going to use it, right? Because of what you're running. What you're going to do is, let's let this spawn in. So once you spawn in, the first thing you want to do is you want to take your Obsidian and you want to equip that, right? You just want it to get upgraded like that. So we basically have freedom to have our Q usage to be easy. And then you're going to take this Camilla's Gift and you're actually going to dismantle it entirely. And the first dismantle, because of Trading Fates, will give you anything. It doesn't matter what this is. So just pick it up, apply it anywhere, because we're not really worried about what it actually gives us. We're going to use this later to actually flip a few other essences. Okay, and then you just normally play the game as you would, and you look for the remnant of, I forget what it's called, but the remnant that allows you to, and you can see how easy it is. This is literally the hardest difficulty with the hardest stuff set up, and you can just see how easy this is, right? And you can just use your parry here and there. Eventually our parry will become free to use no matter what. I'll show you guys that in a second. So you can see, you pretty much can one-shot bosses and anything, right? You can miss your parries, it really doesn't matter. And clearing becomes super simple. And you just pick up the essences that this stuff drops, because you're going to have essences dropped on anything. And usually you want to go for a haste early on. You want to get to around 100, 200 haste, but since we don't have that here, AP is completely fine. Buffs are passive, buffs are other damage, and upgrades early is your parry. You want to get this parry cooldown much lower. That's all we're focused on early. Oh, and then there you go. You want to find these things, these Remnants of Destiny. Again, you might find it in the first map, the second, the third. It doesn't matter where it happens, because eventually you're going to find one in a run. It's going to be relatively easy, and once you do, I'll show you guys what happens. Right, so you just clear, and yeah, I mean, you can see, clearing is super easy. We're even set to a harder. You can just sacrifice some HP, get some health, pick up some stuff. This is all good. And we're running a lot of sustain as well with health potions. And then what you want to do is you want to actually sacrifice the thing that you just redid, right? So you have a lot of quality in it because it was based on the Camilla's Gift. So you sacrifice it and you just pick up the first thing it gives you, right? You don't need to keep sacrificing. And in this case, we get Essence of Paranoia. Paranoia early is actually pretty good. So we're just going to pick it up and hold on to it just for now. So we're going to hold on to the Essence of Paranoia. We'll just let it play for us. But the idea here is that what we want to do is we want to use these at the end of a map. If there's no place that we can, if we don't get anything else, we're just going to use it and disenchant. But the reason that we hold on to it, or at the next remnant, the reason that we actually hold on to it is because if we disenchant this and get one of these, then we actually go back to having two legendaries we go back to having one legendary instead of two, right? And we don't really want that. We just want to kind of stack legendaries right now, because then we can use them to get, what are they called? The uniques. Once we get to, and then you just, again, upgrade your Fletch if you can, but we can't, so we're just going to continue going through this. And I mean, you can just see, right, we're on the hardest difficulty set with harder things, and because of the way that we're running this with the early essence and we have an easy early game, we're also setting ourselves up for an insane late game as well. And you can also loop this build forever. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So we'll just pick this up. And again, it doesn't really matter what we do. I don't tend to actually hit these for the, but I do tend to try to hit as many as I can just to get the gold early and stuff, right? And then the guidances, as you can see, they're free. So we have like unlimited basically sustain in this build. So if you do ever get low and the health potions that things are dropping are not enough, you can always hit the Shrines of Guidance as well. And you can see how easy it is to clear. Like your Q is pretty much up always because of the upgraded Obsidian. You don't even have to upgrade your Q. And right now we have Essence of Paranoia playing for us, right? As you can see, it's just playing for us. We actually will just take the big one because it's early in the game. It doesn't really matter what happens. It will be very hard to screw it up. And all damage dealt by the Traveler is reduced by 25%. This actually sucks, but we don't want to. So now we want to get rid of it, but we don't want to disenchant it yet because we have the Trading Fates. So we want to make sure that we play around that Trading Fates. And I forget what else was on this map. Oh, it was a Shrine, right? We don't need the Shrine. So we're just gonna walk ourselves to the, and we're gonna go like this. I think we're gonna do one hunter just to hit more of the map. I think that's fine. I'm gonna move this to here. There we go. To make sure that our essence of what's it called of paranoia doesn't start throwing us around with our Q and taking us out of this anchor, right? Because we don't want to be taken out of this anchor. There we go. I mean, you just use your like, really it's just so easy to clear. You don't even have to take the big reward. I just usually take the big reward in the beginning because it's super, you know, it's very easy to deal with. There's nothing really to worry about. You can't really get screwed over by any of it. And you can see how easy it is to kill like these things. Like if you notice, like just with the Essence of Obsidian, you just one-shot everything pretty much. Pick up your stuff. Again, same thing, haste, and then ability power, get your haste at 200. That's your main focus. And we'll hit this and pick up this as well. There we go. So we're starting to stack a bunch of essences, as you can see, right? Like we're getting a ton of essences just by playing the game since we're running the stuff that we're running inside of that page. We have a little hunter thing here, but like you can see, early hunters is just nothing. The main thing you have to worry about and watch out for is that big circle that comes down. But I don't even think that comes down on orange hunters, right? So yeah, you just keep doing this for now. Again, it doesn't matter what this one ended up being. Oops. It doesn't really matter what this one ended up being. We're not actually playing for the Divine Faith. Like, yeah, we have it now. That's fine. We're using it like for our early damage and we're going to get more damage out of it. But we're not actually playing to stack it or to necessarily build around it, right? So I just want to make sure that's clear that you don't have to roll this one particularly just so you can do a run. Because it doesn't matter what you get. And you'll see what I mean by that soon. We're just looking for more Remnants of Destiny right now. That's our main goal. There we go. And we'll just continue through the map. Looks like we only need one more for our thing to be done, so that's really nice to see. I'd like to put my Paranoia back onto the Q skill. And you can see we even have reduced damage right now because of this thing, of the apathy. So so we're able to basically clear this without even having our max damage set right now. Right, we're definitely going to disenchant this after we complete, but you can see how our sustain also looks even with the reduced healing and everything. Oh, I should not have picked that up. So because I picked that up and I disenchant this, I'm going to use my disenchants right here, the Trading Fates, for some other stuff. So right now, we're going to actually take the Paranoia, because we have a disenchant on that, and we're going to disenchant it to try to get the ring. So that's not the ring, and that actually is the worst one we could have gotten, because now it's just going to upgrade this one and we go back to having one legendary, but that's okay. So we upgrade that, and then the other thing we're looking for is Essence of Flow. So we always want to disenchant our blue ones first to get an Essence of Flow. We just increase our odds. So we don't get it, that's fine, and then we can disenchant this because now it no longer matters, and we can disenchant like everything pretty much. Like we don't need this, we don't need this, and we definitely won't need this, but we'll wait for a, what's it called? For a merchant to try to sell that, because usually we want to sell stuff for gold. And now we're back to just being able to free play, right? Now we're able to just free play. Yeah. So now we're just going to grab everything, kill everything. Super simple, super easy. There we go. just clear everything. Use your Q in auto attacks, or your first ability in auto attacks. The Fletch is just super nice early. Really easy. And then we'll just try to probably hit. We can go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's probably the best one. Boom, boom, and we'll have to. That actually will let us complete everything, I think, without having to take any major hunters. So again, always use your Q first or always use your Fletch first in a room, because it buffs your damage by 150% because of what we're running in our page, right? So you can see how easy like clearing is, and it doesn't matter what this red one was, right? Like we're just doing this so we can roll as many reds as possible. We're just gonna pick something up, doesn't really matter. You can hit the guidances if you want. You can see we don't actually need the guidances right now. We're doing fine without them. Now we're just gonna go down and circle all the way back up, and I'll show you guys how boss fights look too. And again, like we're maxing our parry to try to get the cooldown down on it, right? Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna have an infinite parry basically later as well as an option. And you'll see what this scales into. But right now we just have the super easy clears on repeat. There we go. And we'll just continue. Yep, so always use your Q first, and it just ends up, and you can use your parry like when it's super clear what something's about to do. You can see how easy like this is, right? Like, and you know, you can use your parries early. Oh, whoops, I got that, that's cool. And again, same thing, memory haste first. There you go. Hit this, you can see how we're stacking. Oh, that's perfect. So this is not one of the reds that we're looking for. Like this is a great red, but it's not the one we were looking for. But notice how we don't have any disenchants right now, so we're gonna take it, and we're just gonna hold on to it, because we're going to use it to flip it later for the ring to try to get that on our parry. And now we have 2 legendaries again, right? We could have even had 3 if we got a little bit luckier. We got super unlucky with the legendary roll that we had earlier, but that's fine. It's part of the game, and it's actually better because it shows you guys that it actually shows you guys that you don't need to get like the god run just to have this thing scale properly. And then always upgrade your parry. You know, you can take the free upgrade, and we get a peddler. I mean a merchant, which is great. So again, at merchants, your main goal is to sell the stuff you don't want. Like usually you want the gold just because we're going to use it to buy other stuff. And we're looking for Essence of Flow or anything red, really. We don't really care about anything else, or anything that gives us damage kind of early. I don't really see anything right now that's going to be helpful. Yeah, so the egg is really nice just because it buffs stuff for free. So that's really nice. Essence of Predation's great, but we're not really worried about that right now. I'm just gonna show you. You guys literally don't have to roll anything like good. You just can play for. Yeah, I don't really see anything I want here. That's fine. We're not gonna take anything. We're just gonna keep going. I'm really just looking for the Essence of Flow, and also and I'm trying to have some money so that when we do get to buying stuff or to transcending, it's easy to do so because we want to transcend some of our legendaries. But here's the boss fight. Like you'll see, you can just kind of. You know, it's just really easy, and then you can parry the auto, or you can get away as far as you want, right? And then you can parry these if you want, or just dodge them. Super simple. 1, right? 2, you can parry again. Now you just go away from it until your parry's up, right? Like if you're really scared, and then there you go. You can see it like lost no HP whatsoever, didn't even get hit. But even if you do, because of the way that this build is operating, like it's going to be really easy to survive stuff like that too. Okay. So again, upgrading my parry, just because right now we want to get points in our parry. And wow. I mean, we want to hit all this stuff, but Hunter start there, maybe we just go like that, and then we hit everything there. So I just want to get as many rooms as I can in, just because you have a higher chance of getting a big boy spawning or a mini boss spawning, and a mini boss gives you an essence for free, and you know, sometimes you can roll really nice essences. So again, it is somewhat like we have so many generation things in this kit, right? The way that we're playing, that you're going to get the stuff you want even before the first round is like over, or like the first cycle of a whole thing's over. Oh, there we go. Just like I said, right? So again, you can just walk away if your parry's not up, right? And then you just play the same way, right? And then you will basically take no damage. And if you do, then you know it's fine because you have so much sustain in this thing. And there you go. This is one of the things you're looking for. So first of all, let's just do this. Remember, haste and ability power. Haste and ability power. And this is one of the ones you're looking for. Chipped Essence of Efficiency. That's going to go onto your parry. And that's one of your components of your build so far. Let's continue. So you can see that's why it's important to cycle as many rooms as you can where you have a chance to, right? Because we just, you know, we randomly cycled a room that didn't have anything really in it, and we ended up getting one of the components to our build. And then we could have even found this component at a merchant as well, right? So, and you can see the, you know, like you don't even take really any damage on this build, and we're on the hardest difficulty, everything. So we're gonna skip the one down below there. We're just gonna head over to the left side of the map now. Remember, always start by using your Fletche inside of a room first, because you want to make sure that it has the buff damage, right? Because the buff damage makes stuff die quicker or easier with the damage of the initial cast. So you actually get the cooldown of this almost reset permanently, right? And notice I haven't upgraded anything here at all, right? All I've upgraded is parry so far. Like, I haven't really touched anything else. Yeah. So I'm just going to keep moving until I find, hopefully, a Remnant of Destiny or get to the end, and then I'm going to reroll this into, hopefully, the Ring Enchant for my parry. Right? So this is how you can basically get the most out of the rerolls, right? You're basically guaranteeing that you'll always have a chance to roll the stuff you need, which is really cool. And you'll see if we do find Transcendence, you'll see how like good that is too. You can see how like, yeah, these things just die instantly. Like, we just take no damage. It's super simple. Again, picking up essences. So the essences will act as either free Dream Dust later or as just free things to sell at the merchants, right? Ability power, well, haste ability power, then like you can go health. So we just keep going. The stuff that we want, we'll go over here to the present. Quickly pick up these. Yep, looks good. And again, you can just come to this guy. We'll buy a bunch of Dream Dust for sure. We'll display all secrets of the world, and we're just going to sell the shit that we're not really using to him. We want to keep at least 3 blues, usually, just because we can disenchant, I mean, we can reroll them later for, our Essence of Flow, which is also a blue, so we can hold on to 3 blues, and we'll just keep going now from here. Looks like we can go up. We definitely want to hit this merchant, so I think we're going to go up, hit the merchant, come down, and then we're just going to skip this, sadly. Oh, that's for stars. Okay, cool. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't care about that at all. We're going to go up and then to the left here. Again, notice we don't have any like of the crazy essences. You know, you can use your parry here and there if you see an actual ability happening, or you can just use it. It's already at a 3.8 second cooldown, so the cooldown's dropping quickly, right? Again, pick up essences. They will act as things you can sell later at the merchants. That's what we're doing. We're not trying to disenchant them right now. That's not the name of the game. Again, nothing here at all. Nothing here at all. We're just looking for an Essence of Flow or something that's red, basically, right? Nothing here. And again, we get the egg, so we're gonna actually buy the egg here, just because the egg's nice. We're gonna disenchant this. So we have 3 blues, and we're gonna use the egg to keep buffing this efficiency. Again, you don't have to do this, it's only a tiny bit. It's not that big of a deal, but why not? Why not get that free generation? Now we're no longer gonna hit the actual, you know, the actual curses. We don't need to, right? If you do end up getting Mass Dispel, then sure, you can hit it, but we don't even need it, right? Just showing that you don't have to take gambles for this build to be good or to work. You can see we're still basically killing everything super easily with no problem whatsoever. Yep. And we just keep going. And if we did take damage, if you're screwing this up, you can just hit the Shrine of Guidance for free. So again, like, this will just hit you to full HP, so we don't have to worry about that right now, though, but I'm just showcasing that. Always just take the first one now. You don't have to worry about it. If you're in the first world, then it's easy to take the other one, but we're going to head here now. Yep, and we just continue. We just keep waiting for our Remnants of Destiny, or we wait till we get to the boss stage, basically. Oh, grab that. That's a nice boss. Oh, we'll get another, what's it called? Essence here, which is nice. Yep, there we go. More efficiency. So now we're just stacking our efficiency. That's good. Don't even have to hit the health. I do think that it's worth doing some hunters here for hitting the well, because we have so much, so we can make more usage of the actual boss level up. So we're going to go here, and actually hit the well and do a few hunters, but that's not a problem. Hunters are relatively easy. And it's only going to be a little bit of hunters. Get the pot of greed too, that's nice. There's no hunters yet, so this is super simple, but we'll wait now. See what's in here. Nothing really special, we just take something. And again, we just keep putting points into this or into this. Usually you want to keep this ahead of this just because it decreases its cooldown more. See, now that's at 89, we can upgrade this. Now this is at 100, so we can upgrade this. And now basically, you know, this is on a 1.8 second cooldown already. Just like that. And now we will have to do some hunters, but that's going to be completely fine. It's going to be nice and easy. You guys will see, like, it's really not, it's not a problem. The main things you really want to watch out for with hunters is the big things that come from the sky. You can see how easy and fast that was. And that's when you want to use your parry. You don't even need to use your parry otherwise. Just wait for the big things that come from the sky and then use your parry. If it doesn't happen, then, you know, it's going to be super easy to clear, like it just was. Pick up your free essence and continue. And now our egg is also buffing our efficiency every single time we do this, which is nice as well. And if you did get low from the hunters, you know, you just hit that for free because we have inbuilt sustain now for our kit as well. So the early game is always going to feel easy. Again, same thing, and then you can run away from him, right? You wait for your fletch, and then 1, 2, 3, right? Same thing, and you can wait, or you can parry. Like, it's up to you. 1, 2, 3, right? Same thing. And then if you're about to get hit, you can just parry, right? It's super easy. 1, 2, 3. Kill this guy. 1, 2. Now you can just parry him every time like this. You can see, you can literally, oops, I fucked it up, but you know, if you wanted to, you could parry. I'm just going to use my Q because it's more damage, so I'm just going to go like this. Yep. And you can parry those or you can shift out of them. You have a lot of escape with the fact that you have such low cooldown on these too. Like, you can permanently be shifting around. Upgrade our parry, like we said. Just getting that cooldown down further and further. Getting it to a place where it's pretty much infinite, even though we don't have the thing. And you can see we heal back up, so we're back at full. Take a quick look at this. I think we're just going to look to hit these because these are really strong, so we're just going to head up and hit those. And then we'll head down to the rest of the map to see what's up. And then you can, if you see yourself about to get hit by something, you can parry. Right now the parry isn't as strong because we still haven't rolled our legendary that we're looking for, but that's okay. You know, so right now we have to actually parry properly. We have to actually see what the enemy is doing, or we might, like, you know, we might get hit by something. But you can see we don't lose like almost any health. And we keep getting free essences from this thing. We got another blue essence that we can potentially disenchant later. And then here, you know, we can increase level, we can increase number of slots for something. Slots are really cool. You can do that on your first ability, or you can just increase your levels. It's up to you. I'm just going to increase slots because it gives us higher chances of rolling even more essences, right? And once again, like, you know, we're just going to upgrade this. Keeps taking us lower, that's good to see. And we're just going to continue. Oh, and we found what we needed to find. So we found a Transcendence and a Remnant of Destiny. And I'll show you guys what we want to do at these kind of places. I'll show you right now. So because we still didn't find the main thing we were looking for, I'll show you guys. Whoops. So because we still didn't find the main legendary we were looking for, our main focus first is going to actually be to get the legendary, not to get something else right now, right? And I mean, like, it's just so simple to clear these. We get some more essences. Good to see that. Okay. Dodge memory haste is great. We're not going to transcend anything now because, again, we don't have the legendary we want, so unluckily we can't really use that right now. And you can see if we sack this, we're going to now sack until we get the thing we actually want. So that's not what we want. Let's sack it again. We get a predation, so we're just going to take the predation for now. It's fine. And remember that we didn't roll this yet, so now we're going to roll this to try to get the ring. We don't get the ring. We're going to try to roll this to get the ring. We don't get the ring. We get back to this thing, which is fine. You know, this happens. It's not a big deal. And then we're going to grab these, and we can use this to upgrade into, I guess, one legendary. Right. So what can we make a legendary? Something that's purple. Do we have anything that's purple? No. So holding on to something purple would have been a little bit smarter for me, but that's okay. So we're going to go into purple into legendary. So we get this legendary. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the legendary, we're going to disenchant it to re-roll it, and we got what we wanted. There we go. Beautiful. So now we have exactly what we wanted. We can disenchant this. This is what you're looking for, right? You're looking for this flawed essence of Arcanum to put on your parry, because now if you notice, boom, it's always going to work. And you can see now you pretty much have an infinite parry, so you have a way to always survive if you want to, right? So very easy. We got there by, you know, not needing to throw our early game. And from here, it just becomes, it just becomes super simple to do anything. Oh, and actually, because we got that, sorry, I'm going to use this again, because what we can now do is we can actually upgrade this one to a unique, because there's a unique one we're after now as well. So we're going to upgrade to a unique, and we got this shitty one that we didn't want, which is okay. And we're going to upgrade this one to unique, because we don't care about this legendary anymore. So like I said, oh, and there we go, we got what we wanted. Perfect. And again, like what's cool is if we didn't get this one, you have to remember this. If we didn't get this superior last Starlight, which is what we want, then we would simply wait until our refresh came up again on the next map, and we'd re-roll this and this to find this one, right? So again, and there's only like 4 unique, so you know your odds are extremely high, and you're gonna get it. And if you don't, you just wait until you do it again at these Remnants of Destiny. So like Destiny and Transcendence are so broken and so good to play for, and now we have pretty much like the completed build that, you know, has everything that we need in it. We can put this here for now. Increase attack damage, sure. We'll throw that in there, and that should be good for now. Oh, actually, the charcoal should be good in here, because it should pair with that pretty nicely. And there you go. You're pretty much getting to your final build form. We still need our Essence of Flow, but now now you have this going for you. So now clearing rooms becomes even easier. And now when you use your parries, you can see, like, take a look what happens, right? Like, you can just use your parry like this now as a part of your damage. Now you can't really take damage, as you can see, right? It's super simple. Your parry needs to be at 1.2 basically, so we're still going to keep maxing our parry here and focus on that for now. But after that, like, it's pretty much, yeah, you can see like how easy everything becomes. And we get our black hole now too, which is great. And we're going to go again. So like I said, it's haste into ability power into health basically. You don't really care about attack damage. You could go attack damage once you actually have this maxed out. But for now, we just want a little bit of survivability to make sure we don't die. And then we're going to head over here, and we can just start disenchanting. Oh wait, we don't want to disenchant the blues. The blues are the most important right now, so we're just going to disenchant the other ones. We'll keep this, because it's just free life, and is this blue? It is blue, okay. So those are for later, and then we'll just upgrade the parry again, and then we'll head here and get 1 free upgrade on the parry, and we'll just continue, right? Hit the merchant again. Now at merchant, you're just looking to upgrade some of your stuff here and there. What else could you do? Yeah, or look for Essence of Flow. There it is. Okay, so we found our Essence of Flow. So we buy our Essence of Flow. We're completed on that build now. We'll throw that in here. We'll disenchant the stuff we don't need in here. And right now, you know, the other thing that you... No, you don't need anything else there. Yeah, so now legendaries are pretty good, so that's what we can kind of wait for and look for. Really nothing to do here. Just making it simple on myself. I'm not even going to think much about it. Yeah, looks good. And we'll just continue. We'll head up to the boss. We don't even have to do the pink room with the presents, so we're just going to grab this. And like I said, right, now you can just use your parry, like, within fights. You can see stuff will just kind of get sucked up and die. Take a look, right? Like, now we're starting to pair the flow with this, because this does light damage and the flow reduces everything. So once we get our parry to the area that we want, we're going to start putting points into the flow, right? So there we go. Like, you can see just, you know, this, it becomes almost a joke now, right? Your first and second just makes everything super easy. Just throw this in. Again, memory haste. You can see we have 34, so we can keep going on memory haste. Memory haste is good. Memory haste again, that's good. Grab these. And we'll just continue. Go to the boss fight now. Why not? We have everything we need, so we can do a little bit less like craziness or needing to necessarily like take a look. Yeah, it becomes so easy because now your Essence of Flow also is reducing the cooldown of your Superior Starlight, right? So that's why you can see multiple black holes are forming, because we're actually reducing the cooldown of it. Yeah, and now take a look. Like, it's just going to be super simple. It's going to spawn like a billion black holes. You'll see in a second here. You can see all the black holes that are being spawned, right? And this only continues scaling, right? And you can see you basically take no damage if you're using your parry as well now, because you have your Arcanum on it, so you don't even have to worry about doing it in the right moment. And we're going to keep buffing the parry until we get to our 1.2 like we spoke about, right? And we continue. Hit this guy for the free one. Take a look again, right? Now you got black holes spawning everywhere, and you can already tell, like, if you wanted to loop and make even, and start maxing the stuff out, your black holes will just start killing everything in sight, right? There we go. And remember, we haven't upgraded anything else in this game so far. Memory haste again, get the remnant. Hit that, was out a blue one, so we'll get rid of this. Again, we want to hold on to blues, really, like, blues are pretty good. Not worry about anything else, really. And we don't really care about those. It's not really necessary anymore. We can just kind of continue and go for ending this thing. And again, you can loop once, twice. You can loop like as many times as you really want to. Like this build allows you to loop pretty much as many times as you want. It only gets stronger because you have basically full immunity with the parry, and then you have pure scaling out of these things, right? You can see this is the parry that we have. Take a look. So it's at 1.2, which means that we can never be hit, right? We can literally never be hit. Like, you can just stand, and as long as you're clicking it, you're never going to be hit. Yep. And then you go back to using your Q, which will now be on basically 0 cooldown, because the light damage dealt by this is constantly reducing both your essences and your actual memory. Alright, so you can see it's just, this thing's just gonna die here in a second. We're just waiting for, yeah, there you go. We're just waiting for his immunity phase to end. Put one more point in parry. Now the parry is below the required second, so now the parry should be good. We don't have to worry about parry at all anymore, really. And yeah, I mean, this is the run's basically over. We can just go to the boss if we want, or we can keep upgrading stuff just to get a little bit stronger. It's just preferential at this point, right? I mean, yeah, you can just see clearing is gonna just become a lot easier. So everything just procs everything, right? So everything starts interacting together really well, and you can see, like, you can do this consistently even within the first cycle of a room, right? Because you're using a build that lets you actually dismantle into the stuff you need, which is really nice. And now that this is fully maxed out, your next goal is to max out this and get it to basically at least 52%, 51%, or like at least 35% initially. So yeah, you just start dumping points into that. And again, same thing goes. Health is fine. You don't even need health anymore at this point, really. Now we need to disenchant some stuff, so we could disenchant this to see what we get. Maybe we can upgrade our... Oh, cool, we get a different thing. I mean, now it doesn't really matter what you disenchant. I'm just going to disenchant this to maybe take something else with me into the end. Oh, perfect. Disenchant this. And now we can just start. Oh, another Essence of Flow. There you go. So again, if we didn't find the Essence of Flow at any of the merchants, that's where we would have picked it up. So again, we have a way to permanently cycle through essences that we need, and to upgrading and degrading essences to get the stuff that we actually need to have a fully complete build, right? And now you can see how easy it is. Like, this just spawns black holes everywhere. The black holes create light damage. The light damage brings everything down, and it becomes really, really simple. And again, like, we're 30 minutes into a run and this thing's over. Like, we can go as deep as we want now, and it's just going to be easy, Like, it's just, there's nothing else to do, right? Like, there you go. Again, you're just upgrading this thing. Yep. And we'll just go to the end now, just so I can show you guys the boss. Well, both bosses, I guess. And right now we're not super strong because we haven't gotten one of the other essences I want. And the other essence you want is actually the snowball that I think we had it earlier, but you want the snowball. Maybe we didn't have it earlier. You just want the snowball because the snowball will start to even multiplicatively scale your light damage, right? Memory haste. Oh, forgot to grab that. Just disenchant it. Continue. Alright, hit the merchant. Nothing really to find. Nothing really important here. Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing anymore that we're interested in, really. And we'll head over to the boss. Here we go. Here we go. And you can see, like, that everything just dies, everything gets sucked in, everything is super easy. And we go to the boss. Right, and you can see we have a whole map that we could have gone through if we really wanted to. But now we can just end out the game here. And this was literally one run through, right? You just do the same thing. And you can see how quickly this starts to die because the things start to stack. And again, as your Essence of Flow gets even better, it just becomes even easier to do, right? So sadly, that thing is still we're not like super strong yet. So of course it's taking a little bit more time. But yeah. There we go. And then we can just hit our W here. And there we go. Yep. And remember, your W also does light damage, so doing the light damage here also procs the flow. So you're like proccing the flow from absolutely everywhere right now, right? And you can just put your points in the flow, or you can put them in the parry. It's just up to you. It's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about your parry really anymore. And now we'll go to the boss, just so you guys can see this. So we'll head into here. We'll get. I mean, these don't matter actually. I might as well just buy that to take it with me into the end, so I can have it unlocked. Yeah, and you can just use this moment to like unlock some stuff if you want. There we go. And yeah, there's not much else to do there. Oh, we can transcend some stuff too. Let's transcend some more stuff. Get another unique. Whoops. We should have had some money here. Actually, we'll just sell this and this. Maybe now we can transcend this into a unique. Okay, so we got our flawed Essence of Prison, so I don't really care about this one. Maybe I can unlock a different one. Let's disenchant it. Oh, and there you go. We got the same one again. So you can see you have multiple ways to get to the final build, right? Again, the final build's more so like this for now. It gets even stronger later. There's other things you can do because what's going to happen is as you get stronger, what you'll do is you'll transition. You'll get a fourth unlock here. So really the real final build is more so like this. This is more so your final build right here. And then this gets replaced with a snowball, the legendary snowball, the essence of, what's it called? I forget what it's called, but you replace that with a snowball. And then what happens is this ability, like that, right, that you can spam, will summon, as you can see, black holes around you and everywhere on the map because it's dealing light damage. You can see every instance of it is actually dealing light damage, right? So you can see that now it's very easy to spawn as many black holes as you want, but that's for ultra late game if you loop. But right now you want to use this one because it actually reduces the cooldown even more, right? It makes it yeah, you just get more Qs off and stuff. So you can just use this on the side and it'll keep working that way. Okay. Let's go do the boss now. Oh, and you have two more here, by the way. In case you didn't hit what you wanted to hit, you can now roll even more, right? So you can roll more of the things if you really didn't hit everything, but you will hit, so. Because you have so many ways to hit the build, right? And here's your final boss. Again, right now it's gonna take a little bit of time to kill him, right? You can see he doesn't like instantly die, but that's only because we don't have like everything maxed the way that we want it maxed. But there you go. I mean, like, there's nothing he can do, right? Like, that's it. And you can spam this thing if you're afraid. I'll show you, like, the fireballs don't even matter. There you go. And you just go back to doing it. And again, the more black holes that spawn, the more light damage that is being dealt, the more it just continues, right? You can see the cooldowns if you look at the bottom. You can see the cooldown of, like, the black hole and how it's instantly up permanently. Yeah, you can see right now it's taking quite some time to actually do damage like this, because we are not really maxed on the stuff that we want, so it actually takes some time to kill. But this video is more so just to show you how to actually build and play Mist if you want to completely break her. Right, here's the fireballs, guys. Just watch. Like, this is why you play for the parry. And you play for those legendary essences, because yep, you just won't take damage. There you go. I think he's gonna return now. Yep, there you go. Yep. You can see all the black holes on top of him. And then you just do it one more time, and it's over. There you go. And this is how you actually break Mist. And you can do whatever you want with her. And the build is actually strong early, so clearing things early is actually simple. You don't actually just end up losing because you're looking for all the component pieces. And you roll for the component pieces using the Camilla's Gift initially, and then you use the Remnant of Destiny to keep on rolling and adding more legendaries that you can then either get the legendary you want, and then you can transcend to get the actual uniques that you want. And there you go. I mean, that's the boss. Like, that's it. And that's on the hardest difficulty with the added things that reduce our healing and everything, right? You guys can see we didn't even fall ever below like 50% HP. Unless we were hitting the actual sacrifice thing, right? Yep, there you go. And you just head over to the end. And you're done. Now you guys know how to play Mist the right way. Hope you guys have fun.